Is Mr. Rick Jackson of Madison High. Mr. Jackson, long time no chat. I appreciate you accepting an invitation on a whim. It was very nice of you.
I appreciate being invited.
What's a high school football coach doing this time of the year? And we should also mention, I don't mean to short sheet you, you're also the athletic director at Madison High School.
Yeah, so I'm keeping busy with the spring sports, trying to get to the end of the school year, but trying to spend some time with my boys, with my family, and get them ready for football because it's starting pretty soon, and we'll go from there.
For 4 to 5 months of the year, you're pretty preoccupied, so you got to take advantage of the lulls when they exist.
Yeah.
Let's start with what is the front burner issue in every coach, be it college, professional, or high school, especially high school. It's the CTE deal. You were part of Rick Willis's CTE series. We're going to run a soundbite from you and then pick it up from there.
Like my youngest child, he didn't really want to play football after he played the first year. My older one wants to go back and play. So I'd rather them find out kind of what they like to do, give them the opportunities. They want to play baseball, they want to play basketball, they want to play football, they want to play lacrosse or whatever the sport might be. They should have the opportunity to try it and do it, and that's what being a kid is all about.
I think it's the burning question in front of every parent who's watching us right now, who probably you have to deal with the question a lot. Should their kid play football? How do you answer it?
Well, I think right now the game's safer than it's ever been. I mean, a lot of us are getting trained, with USA football, strategies to make sure that all the coaches are trained in a significant amount of ways, including concussion awareness. We've never had more education than we have now. So I think, the CTE, it's hard to compare, kids to NFL athletes.
Hang on a sec, Coach. I got to fix your mic here real quick. We have a mic going bad, so I'm going to talk just really briefly here. So getting back to the reason why we first talked to you was about the Safe Football Act, which Rick did the story on. There's politicians afoot who want to raise the mandatory age of tackle football. Your thoughts about that act specifically? It's been tabled for now, but it's not going away. Your thoughts about it?
I'm a believer that parents should be able to make choices for their children. Some kids, like I said in that piece, my youngest doesn't want to play football. My oldest wants to play football. They played when they were younger, and that's the decision that they made, and that's up to them. So I think that it's important to understand, though, that at a 10-year-old, the velocity that they strike with is a whole lot different than an NFL player or a college player or even a high school player.
So judging, I guess that's the big mistake everyone's making is using the football game to make rules for Pee Wee is just... It's just a completely different animal.
Yeah, and and safety is obviously, the most important thing to all of us in regards to this stuff. But there's got to be some studies, I think, that come out and at least indicate that it's an issue for kids.
Are you seeing a decline in numbers and participation numbers?
A little bit. I think just gradually, just a small amount. Part of that for us, is our school size is shrinking a little bit. So. For the most part, it hasn't been dramatic by any means.
Who makes your decision on a sideline if a kid can go back into a game?
We have a trainer.
And it's not your call; it's the trainer's call.
Oh no! As soon as our trainer takes full responsibility immediately if anybody gets hurt, and it's 100% her call.
That's the way it is around the county now, right?
That's sure the way it is here with us.
That's kind of the way it's supposed to be.
But yeah, it's the
open division is changing now. It's only going to be the top 4 teams instead of the top 8 teams going in the open division. It's going to make D1, D2, and all the other divisions more competitive. And the open division is only going to have 4 teams in it. And what your thought is? It's going to be up for a vote, which it's going to pass. I assume you're going to vote in favor of it.
Yeah, we already did in our conference, and I think it has to go through the coordinating council and some of those larger bodies. But I think it's going to pass, and I think it's probably the right thing to do. I think that it strengthens, like you said, it strengthens all the other divisions. The open division for football was always meant to be like that elite division, so it gives the all 4 of those teams still a bye, and then the open champion another bye before the state playoffs. I think it's the right thing to do. I don't think a 5 through 8 team has won a game since it got it.
Some coaches, I don't want to say a lot of coaches, some coaches think an open division champ is the true champ, and all the other division champs should be called something else, even if they win a state bowl game. I'm guessing you probably disagree.
Well, I think, we won it a couple of times at lower than an open, so I think I would definitely disagree.
You have 2 rings that say otherwise,
yeah,
right?
Well, really 3. Two states, 3 shout-outs.
Okay. All right, that's my apologies.
Yeah, but, all those teams deserve, all the way from open all the way down to 5 and every division, they deserve to call themselves champions. We all have a different things we have to battle and work through, and some of that's numbers, some of that's attrition, some of that's, getting the athletes, so I think that the way the system's running now is the right way.
You're going to be talking to Nick Saban sometime soon because you have a kid who has been on our Silver Pigskin watch list since the end of last year and is being recruited by everybody. Yeah. You talk about Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan's he's a
first of all, Keenan Christian, right?
Yes, he's an unbelievable young man. You can see him in track. He absolutely he glides.
Keenan is the guy.
Yeah, Keenan's the guy.
That's winning by Ted Furley.
Yeah, he works as hard off the field as he does on the field, and that's the biggest thing. He's a 4.0 student. He grinds, in the classroom. He grinds, in the weight room. He does everything right, and he's a very humble young man, and he's a good one. He's going to be the Isaac Taylor Stewart of a year ago in that he just today got an official offer from Northwestern. So that brings even more attention to a program that already gets a lot of attention. How does a coach handle that? It's good when we have a young man like him who's real humble and doesn't put it in anyone's face or anything like that. And hopefully it motivates the other guys to kind of emulate what he's been doing. Well, the way I would sell it if I'm sitting in your chair is, hey, there's going to be a lot of people looking at Keenan, and you line up right next to him. Here's your chance to be discovered. There's no question. Yep. All those eyes that are on him, they're watching the game, and you do something special and you show out, then you're going to get noticed also. All right, let me put you on a hot seat. A lot of great athletes have come through. A lot of great Warhawks. We've highlighted a lot of them on the PPR. Who's the best Warhawk ever? I can't answer that. Who's the best 5 Warhawks? Oh, we're looking at video right here. Robbie Rouse has got to be in the mix. I mean, he was kind of one of the guys. Him and Lester Fontenette kind of got us rolling. When I first started taking over at Madison. Chase Knox is one of the toughest guys. The guy blocking in front of him right there is Pierre. Just do the play-by-play, Coach. We've had Michael Garner right there. He came into my office today. He played at Idaho. Pierre went to Arizona. Obviously Samson New. There's Samo. He's at Cal Poly. There he is again. We have Oregon. Samson's at Oregon. We had some great guys this year. Kareem Coles is another just unbelievable guy. We've had just a lot of really great kids, great football players, but really just great human beings, and that's what separates those guys. All right, we've got 20 seconds here. I just wanted, because I've always wanted to talk to you about this game. We've never talked about the Calabasas game, which you won 63-50 and then went on to win a state title after. But is that game the greatest game you've ever coached? It was pretty unbelievable. I mean, we were down 19 with 7 minutes left, and they had the ball. Or 4th and 10 or something crazy like that. And so what's the lesson from that? Never to give up, right? Never quit. Yeah, never quit. And that was our motto. And the game before that was the game we had with the Saints in the CIF championship game. So it was a pretty crazy 2-game stretch. That 2 weeks, you could took some years off my life. Coach, you were a class act for giving up what you're doing. Here's what we have cooking on the Monday Night All Sports Report. It's playoff season. We'll take you around the county as we show you the very best in high school playoff action. Rick Jackson is out of the building. We're coming back with a bunch more in the KUSI News at 6 p.m. It's steaming around the bend. Please stay with us.